Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
That is good alertness. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Berbatov. Mateus. Mateus! They want to be quick to recover this. Good play on the left-hand side here. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Fiore. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's had a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Vinicius Junior actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Celtic with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Not the most accurate pass. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. He's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Mateus knocks it into space. Spread it left.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
It's Raul! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Still goalless. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Adriano! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. It's not an especially good pass, that. Cannavaro pokes it out wide. Raul. Berbatov. It's a searching pass. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Henderson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Zanetti. Well read, nice interception. And here's Raul. Raul puts his foot on the gas. And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Raul.
That's going in strongly.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Just eases him off the ball, and it's Berbatov. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pass is just off target. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Zanetti. And that'll be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9. El dorsal 14.
There's the start of the second half.
Berbatov. El dorsal
Well, I can
13.
imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
El dorsal 7. El dorsal 11. Neymar. El
Threads
dorsal
one in.
22.
McAllister providing an outlet on that flank. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's the chance to counter. Now, can they get him away? Abiati sends that a long way. He is through here. And this is Hullet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Del Piero. Chance, surely! Goal! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. A 1-0 lead established.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Kilitshoy always looking for that half a chance. That's really well cleared. That's a throw. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
That looks a cracking ball. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Can he finish? They've done it! And that is goal number 20. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So that's two now without reply.
and things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And they've got rid, and he's only too happy to take that back. Jordan Henderson, he really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Dani Olmo, can he get it through? And he's in on goal! And the keeper's there to save. And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Mateus plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And Boyan! And that is wildly off target.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Neymar. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And that's another good win of the ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That is ended up in no man's land.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Knocks it back. Celtic looking to pass their way through. Passing nice and neat. Plays a decent chance! He's got a goal! Right back in the game!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Cambio de jugadores.
Celtic can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
And he's managed to get rid. Out of play for a throw. Cannavaro. Barcelona moments now away from seeing this one out. McAllister goes steaming forward. He's picked his way through.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Out of play for a goal kick. And reclaimed it in a trice. Cannavaro gets it away.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. And time is up. Barcelona can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Neymar claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your reflections then, Jim?
Barcelona really were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas. They were able to get the runners in, and that proved decisive.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening.